so are we as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Wilson, left side complete to Lockett. That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
They run the option on second down. A quick throw out to Lockett.
And we'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And it's caught inside the 30. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, Chiefs nothing.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. taken out of bounds.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at it, teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Here's Wilson. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run for it with Carson, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out.
And oh, that is going to be a safety. I think you'd have to say this crowd here in Seattle, this 12th man had something to do with that.
As well as the architect of this stadium, combined with this crowd noise, makes it very difficult to run offense. And here, 2 points result for the defense.
It is deafening in here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They run it with Carson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
Complete to David Moore. That's a gain of 7. Makes it.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Here's Carson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
26-yard line.
This is Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson, a pass underneath for Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
13 yards. And the first down, Chiefs.
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jordan Brooks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's 2nd down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Going deep here for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That is caught to the 7-yard line. And he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
First down and goal to go.
Here's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Three receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 31 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one good for 37 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Now looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Mahomes now to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Carson. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going option play on third down. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. From the gun, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 19. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
Now, what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
His throw caught right around the 6. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Seahawks 22, Chiefs nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 2 veterans there, Wilson to Olsen for a Seattle first down.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now an option play on 2nd down. With a fast release by Wilson out to the flat. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Kansas City.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Rolling. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of...
And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Wilson wants to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Today's final
So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.